So I chose electricity for my something I can't live without. Electricity has many uses and is a very valuable resource to the human population. It lets us do things in the past that we thought to be unimaginable. For example, when the generator was made in August 1831 by Michael Faraday, it revolutionized technology for the better. Here's a brief history. There were many large contributions to the evolution of electricity, starting with Michael Faraday. He was known as the father of electricity. Michael Faraday was a scientist that studied electromagnetism and electrochemistry. He created the generator I mentioned earlier, and it was called the homopolar generator, which, in scientific terms, is a DC electrical generator comprised of an electrically conductive disc or cylinder rotating in a plane perpendicular to a uniform static magnetic field. Or, in more understandable and simpler terms, you can spin the wheel to create electricity. This style of generator was featured in one of my new favorite television series called Dr. Stone. Here is a photo of the homopolar generator from Dr. Stone. So they would crank these handles, and that's how they would get it to spin to create the electricity. Here are two other very important scientists. On the left is Benjamin Franklin, and on the right is Thomas Edison. Thomas was well known for creating the incandescent light bulb, and Benjamin was known for the lightning rod and his kite experiment. Benjamin Franklin, if you didn't know, is the man on the $100 bill in America, and Thomas Edison also created the phonograph, which was very useful to people who enjoyed music with passion. A little bit of more practical uses for electricity. There are things that use electricity that some people don't even consider using electricity, that occur in their everyday lives, like stovetops, ovens, furnaces, hot water tanks, and many other things. Electricity is essential to people nowadays because they use electricity for almost everything. A little bit of electricity in the workplace knowledge. There are people that have created technology that helps turn the workplace into a very productive environment. There are machines that can lift things like cars with ease, and it helps us produce things at a much faster rate. Also, for example, Elon Musk, he's the largest shareholder in Tesla electric car company, said, "Let's say the only thing we had was solar energy. That was the only power source. If you took a small section of Spain, you could power all of Europe." This is basically stating that with solar power, just a small solar farm, would be able to power a whole continent. And electricity is one of the greatest sources for humans nowadays. There's also clean electricity like hydro, solar, and wind. They aren't perfect, but they're better for the environment than fossil fuels. And finally, the most enjoyable and entertaining parts of electricity. Electricity creations have evolved, which has created technology. Technology has led us to be able to create these awesome things we have today, like smartphones, televisions, and gaming systems. With all of these new forms of entertainment and different ways to connect with people, it has actually been stated that some video games can help improve symptoms in people with depression. And some games are designed to help improve their moods using psychological tricks. Thank you for your time. This was why I chose electricity as my favorite resource and my thing I can't live without.